Hey guys, Rascal here, and today I'm going to be reviewing something a little different. Usually I review certain movies that I like, or TV shows, or top 10s, but this time I'm going to do something different. For the first time, I'm actually going to review a YouTube series. Now I don't mean a YouTube original series like that you have to pay a subscription for YouTube itself, like YouTube Premium or TV or Red. I'm actually reviewing a fan-made series created by one of my buddies. Applejack and Vriska Serket created this series called Disintegration and Disharmony. I've actually wanted to review this one for a little while, but I really didn't know when was the right time to do it because I was kind of busy with personal things, and at the time the story was still progressing. I really wanted to have a time when it was on break, so that way I could focus on what had been done so far. So I thought this would be the perfect time to do it since there's a mini break for the series right now. I figured, hey, might as well give it a shout out so people can see it, and then they're not trying to catch up in the middle of it, of the videos coming up. So that is what I'm reviewing today. Now, like I said, this show was created by Applejack and Vriska Serket, who I think the real name is Brendan. Is it Brendan? Brendel? Something like that. Sorry, I've only seen the name a few times, so I'm kind of getting used to it. In this series, this is supposed to be a series based on his team of the Apples, and for here, it's supposed to be the reaction after the events of Infinity War by Thanos. And in this one, it shows that the Apples have divided into like two groups. One's led by Snoof, and one's led by Flain. Flain, or Flain, whichever. Now, I personally have not seen the Mixels TV show, so unfortunately I don't know some of the names of the Mixel characters. I know Gox. I know him for some reason, and the Flain and Snoof. But there's still like a lot of characters he has like in the Apples, and like I said, they've been divided into two groups, and they're like really at each other's throats. They just can't stand each other because of that. So this is where the disharmony parts come in. And then like there's been other members of the Apples that have been snapped away, and they range from different characters from like the Hanazuki series, from Mixels, My Hero Academia, My Little Pony, Has Been Hotel, and OKKO. Now, of course, there's gonna be like more added in, like with Angry Birds you see sometimes, and you even have some from his friend from Fiverr and Heather's channel, with the Watership family even being involved in the story. And every now and then, even a misfit like Luna pops up into the story, which I think is really cool. He has crossovers with different teams. Who knows, maybe some Rascals will be involved in the story. You never know. I mean, we did get three of us did get some cameos in there in one of the songs, so I wouldn't mind if that happened if you wanted some help on that. So, yeah, this is pretty much the story right now. And he also has intermissions with spoof movies. Like, right now, he has the Three Musketeers from Mickey, Donald, and Goofy, and the Street Rat King, which is a spoof of The Lion King. And those come in, like, in between acts, like they're like the break between the stories. And every now and then he also has some little mini videos that either highlight different funny moments of Disintegration and Disharmony, or it's just randomness videos or memes. And one thing you should know about AJ, he loves memes, like absolutely loves memes. I mean, I've never seen a guy that puts memes into his own story and has them as the joke, which is part of why I ended up subscribing to him, because I've never seen that done before, and it's really, really brilliant. Now, for as the setup of the story, I think he said there's 7 acts to it. And as of this video that I'm recording, 4 acts have been done. So there's 3 more to go. And then I believe he said an epilogue. And then there's another thing coming where it's called Missed Opportunities. Plus, he's been posting some prologue parts in his community tab. If you want to look at those, maybe scroll down to find them. And I believe he said something about putting some things in like a PDF file so you can read those too. Like things that aren't made in video format, but they're just like text for extra parts of the story. So you might want to check those out too if there's things that leading up to future videos. Now I gotta say, I really love this series. You've heard me talk about this show a few times and even posted for its 2nd anniversary. And I've said like multiple times it's like a Netflix series. Now, you people have been wondering, why am I saying it's like a Netflix series? Well, I say it's like a Netflix series because look how many parts come out in one time. You get to see episode after episode after episode, and then you get a break, and then it comes back. And the only difference here is that I'm not paying a monthly subscription to to watch it. It's really, really fun. It has a mixture of all these characters from different shows I really like. They even got ones from like Captain Underpants and Steven Universe, and even hell, the horror version of the Banana Splits in there. And it's just a crazy fun bag. And I also could consider Netflix series because, I could like watch this. I could, if I had like a device, I could watch the stuff on TV like Roku or something, and I could just like sit and watch every episode, every video like I would with a Netflix series. I could literally do that because that's what it feels like I'm watching. It's really epic and grand. There's a huge story arc for all the characters. It's basically his TV show. I mean, he's got really, really great writing skills and really great storytelling skills. I know he's also got with his co-writers like Skymation, 2415 Productions, Kick the Popstar Pikachu, Little to One 3231, and he's have people voice acting for the characters like the people I just mentioned, and Taylor Amazon Avenger, and Fiverr and Heather. Heck, even Vision Workings ended up doing a voice for him in the story. And believe it or not, I'm actually going to be in the series later on. I'll actually be doing the voice of KO in like the later acts when he said that his voice is going to change. When his voice changes, he wants me to do the voice, so I'll actually be in the show soon. So I actually can't wait for that. Not waiting for his voice to change, but just to have a role in it, because I would definitely love that. So yeah, that's pretty much the show. We're just seeing how the story progresses with these characters. If I want to get into a little more detail without going into like major spoilers, I will say that, in the title Applejack and Vriska Serket, they're forced together to, they want to take down Thanos and reverse the snap like what happens in the movies. And here it kind of takes them on a really, really long journey to find Thanos or just find the apples. And it kind of switches between that because at one point they are trying to find Thanos and like take him down. Another part they just want to get back home to the apple so they can stop the feud because they're at each other's throats and they just want to have like a gladiator battle like almost every act. So they got to stop that. And then you also have with AJ just like flat out hating Vriska because he thinks she's okay, how can I put it without YouTube censoring me? Beach. I'll just say that she's a beach according to her. And I have to admit, my favorite video is ironically Vriska's a beach. If you've seen that video and that song, I absolutely love that. It's my favorite video, and that's the Vriska Pool musical number. And there's also, speaking of musical numbers, there are lots of song segments in here. In between the dialogue, there are songs from different movies and shows that's pretty much advance the story or show character development for somebody. Some can be sad, some can be angry, some can be hilarious, and some are just to probably pad out the runtime, but I doubt he does something like that. And I have like quite a few favorites. Like I said, I mentioned Vriska's a beach. I mentioned Vriska's Deadpool. I like Luna's Valley's Song of Heroism. I like the villain songs. Like when they have the League of Villains in there. They have like It Will All Be Mine, Worst Hyena We Know, Nothing Is What It Seems. They've had Cake and Robot Hell. There's one called I think it's called Gonna Take You Down. There was one they had where Flain and Snoof were first fighting each other and it was like a Super Bowl battle. I think it's called Gonna Take You Down because it's a song from Equestria Girls Friendship Games. I keep mixing it up with something else, so hopefully I get the name right. But aside from that, there's also a story within the apples themselves. Like, you have a group of apples that don't want to fight. They just want to get along and be friends again with, I remember it was Gox, it was Hanazuki, KO, and Pony Starlight Glimmer, which I thought was actually a pretty neat idea to have people that, didn't want to fight. And I gotta admit, it's like a really fun story. I love some of the lines that they say in there. They reference movies and memes and shows and say dialogues and certain things, and it's really, really creative and well thought out. And part of why I really love it. It's just a really, really, really great series. I watch it just like I would watch a Netflix series or a TV show or a franchise or what have you. It's just really well done. The people he has voicing the characters, sometimes they sound exactly like it. Like, I think Cake voices Asui, I mean Sue, whichever you want to call her, and she actually sounds like her. It's crazy. She sounds just like her. I don't know how, but she does. She sounds like very close to Monica Rial. And then you have the characters that are being voiced like for Applejack uh or for KO, and everyone sounds pretty much like the characters. It's crazy. They sound like nearly spot on to the actual voice actors. So I'm just like amazed how well that he did this series and this co-writing and directing. Plus, also helps with Skylar's Weird Mageddon series, so they kind of help each other on that. So yeah, without going on and fangirling over this series, Disintegration and Disharmony is a fantastic fan-made series created by Applejack and Vriska Serket. I definitely recommend subscribing to them and watching the story from the beginning. He has playlists that show the guides, and then acts 1, 2, 3, and 4. Of course, more will be more later as future acts are made. He has his spoofs already, like Booger and the Beanstalk, Street Rat King, The Three Musketeers. All those are included. And he also makes like cast videos for people, like some from himself that he's posted on his community tab and he makes onto his main page. And then others like he's made some for me and others that haven't been able to do cast videos in a while. So he's really helpful when it comes to that. So, yeah, I definitely recommend subscribing to him and watching his show. Now, I will warn you, there are some parts that are pretty long. Some are maybe 5 minutes, some are 6 minutes, some are 10 minutes. Some can even reach to almost the length of a TV episode, like 20-something minutes. They can even reach nearly 30. So you're really going to have to take your time with this. Don't rush through it. You want to really get invested in the story to see everything that's going on, see if you catch Easter eggs or references to other works. And just have fun with it. It's a really great show, and I definitely recommend it to anybody, especially if you love memes, because, oh my gosh, the man's a meme lord genius. So, that's it for today. Like I said, please check it out. Love it, and subscribe to him. It is definitely fantastic. You definitely don't want to miss it. And I'll see you guys next time. Later.